Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to my response to Rob Walker's Vinyl Tag of 2024. As sure as eggs is eggs, on the 1st of January the vinyl tag drops. So I always enjoy doing this. This is actually my fourth one that I've done. So there's 20 questions, and this is also a really good way, if you're a new channel, to get your channel noticed. So the more people that do this, the better. Right, as I say, there's 20 questions, and the first one is your favourite purchase of 2023. And I bought quite a few new records in 23, but my favourite of the lot is actually a reissue, and it's the Half Speed Master of ABBA's The Visitors. Now, I was not going to get this, thinking I don't need this at all, because it's on a double album, 45 RPM. My copy of the original Visitors is very good, but this sounds so good, and I bought it for a little present for myself earlier on in the month of December, and because of that, my last purchase I made in 2023 is actually the Half Speed Master of Voulez-Vous, which is every bit as good. Now, unfortunately, Arrival and the album are so expensive these days, which I won't be able to get, but still, this is great. A double album, 45 RPM. Yes, I know you have to get up and change the record, but it still sounds brilliant. So those are the first two questions. The third question is pick a year for an artist that released two albums. Now I'm going to pick 1999, and the first one by Mike Oldfield that came out was Guitars, which is a very, very good album. Everything is done by guitar basically, okay, through a synthesizer, but it's all played by guitar. And then at the end of that year, the Millennium Bell, which is his most underrated album ever, and I absolutely love it. Okay, number 4 is, if you could only listen to music from one decade, what is it going to be? Well, it's the 70s for me. I can't pick any other one, and examples are Queen, Night at the Opera, T-Rex, my second favourite artist, is Great Hits, and of course my favourite artist is David Bowie, and that's the live album from 74. But there's a hell of a lot more. Like, you've got punk, you've got disco, other glam acts, absolutely everything. You've even got prog as well. It was really the 70s, the good prog. So 1970s for me. Okay, at number 5, what Manchester music do I have? Well, whenever you think of Manchester, you think of the indie music of the sort of early to mid 80s, like the Smiths, Joy Division, New Order, etc. Or the 1990s, the early 90s with that Manchester scene. And although the Smiths is probably my favourite band from Manchester, the one I'm going to actually pick is the Bee Gees. Now, yes, they are from Manchester, and they moved out to Australia whenever they were very young, and they released their first couple of albums out there, and then sort of came back and then moved to America. But originally from Manchester is Barry, Robin and Maurice Gibb. Which artist did I listen to the most in 2023? That is really, really difficult, and the way I'm looking at this is I've been doing a series of my favourite albums throughout the years from 65 to 89, and the artist that actually released the most of those albums in that period of time is this guy here, and it's Van Morrison. So I've probably listened to more Van Morrison than anybody else this year, and this is one of my favourites, Tupelo Honey. Okay, number 7 is show 7 times 7-inch singles. So what I've decided to do is pick 7-inch singles that weren't released, or I don't think were released in the UK. And the first one is Elton John and Francis Gall, Les Aveux. I think that was released around 1981 or 1980. Blondie, The Hardest Part, from her Eat to the Beat album. That's an American single, and that wasn't released in the UK either. The one I always show is Kate Bush, Night of the Swallow, which is Ireland only. That's quite rare that now. Altered Images and Song Sung Blue from their Pinky Blue album, and this is from, I think it's probably Germany. No, it's actually Holland. Nick Lowe, Heart of the City, and I'm not too sure where this is from. It's probably Holland or somewhere like that as well. T-Rex, Think Zinc from his Bolin's Zip Gun album, and this looks like Germany, Areola label. And I think this was not released, and it's Fleetwood Mac, Not That Funny, from Tusk, and I think this may be a Dutch copy. I'm not sure, I can't really see it, but still, good song. Okay, at number 8 is Who's Coming to the Dinner Party, and they could be dead or alive. Well, they're all alive and they're all female, and they're all sort of crushes I've had throughout the years. And the first one is Toya, and this is her Minx album. And the reason I'm picking her is she'd be really good crack, really good fun to have at the dinner party. The next one I am picking is Andrea Corr, and she's actually, I think, from Dundalk in the Republic of Ireland, but again, a crush. And the third one is Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles, again a crush. And the last one I think is probably one of the first crushes. I was going to pick Frida, but I was only 10 when I had a crush on her. And it's Annabella Lewin from Bow Wow Wow, who I loved around the 1982 period. Okay, sadly we lost in 2023. Well, I'm going to pick this artist, although I'm not a huge fan, I have huge respect for her, and it's Tina Turner, who died last year. I can only listen to music from one country, and it is going to be England, without a doubt. It's got all the artists I love, like your T-Rex, your Bowie, Queen, Mike Oldfield, loads of artists, but I'll show one just, and that is Slade from Wolverhampton. I believe these guys are somewhere in the Midlands anyway, and this is Slade's, their sort of best of album from '73. Number 11 and VC Discovery of 2023. 3 choices. I haven't actually watched an awful lot of VC channels this last year. I don't know why. It's been a bad year basically, but I haven't watched that many. But I have to say Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard, and I'll come back to him. Mike's Vinyl Spiral as well, who actually did his first video for last year's Vinyl Tag. And one that never gets mentioned is Pocken Rop, and I'm going to come back to him as well. He would tend to do a lot of sort of McCartney rankings, Beatles stuff, but there is a reason why I really like his channel. So those 3, and I'll put those 3 links down below. A record I bought when I was a teenager, and we have, the first one I thought of is Jeffrey Morgan by UB40, and I bought this when I was 18 whenever it came out. Not their best, but it does have If It Happens Again, which is a great single from it. Show some soul or funk, not really my type of music, so I'll show this little compilation, and it's Filibusters. The reason I bought this was I saw James Griffiths show this years ago on a channel. I thought I really like the cover of that, and I bought it, and it's not a bad album at all, so that's my soul. Okay, question 14, show a record that everyone has and one that nobody has. Well, I think everybody should have Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell, without a doubt. And this could actually answer one of the next questions coming up, number 19, but still, everybody should have this. It's a brilliant album. And one that nobody has, and I can't see anybody having, The Extremists, not even Stephen Schnee, to be honest with you. It's sort of new wavy, and there's a little bit of an Eagles influence, and they're a local band. They're actually from my hometown. Now, their claim to fame is one song called Stay the Way You Are, that Paul Young actually covered whenever he was part of the Q-Tips. So The Extremists is one that I don't think anyone should actually have. And at number 15, she's great, a female artist bought in 2023, and I'll show this. This is Shania Twain's latest album from, I think it was February it was released, Queen of Me, and it's a pretty good album. Number 16, favourite video made in 2023, and my favourite one that I've actually watched. Well, I like the actual series I've been doing, as I said earlier, about my favourite albums, but I think the favourite video that I made is with James and John on Hot Space, because it was really, really good crack. It came out, I think, the day before Christmas Eve, so it's still up there, and you know, we're wearing moustaches and all the rest. It was really good fun. My 2 favourite videos I've watched so far is Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard, the one where he's searching out the Tormato Yes album, but Rob mentioned that. But my second one is coming back to Pocken Rop, and he did actually a ranking of all Bucks Fizz albums, including The Fizz, and I watched it about 3 times, absolutely loved it, so I'm going to give it to that. Number 17, show a 90s classic, and I'm going to go with this one, and it's just 90s and no more. and it's Dido, No Angel from 1999. Really laid back, smooth, really good album. Number 18, I could walk into the album cover. Well, I'm going to pick this one, and it's Black Sabbath, the debut. I'd love to walk into it, but I would walk straight back out again. But still, I would love to say I was in this cover, but I wouldn't stay too long. And number 19, it feels like the greatest hits, and the Sex Pistols, Never Mind the Bollocks. It does. 4 fantastic singles off this. God Save the Queen, Pretty Vacant, Holidays in the Sun, Anarchy in the UK, but other great tracks like EMI, Bodies, No Feelings, Liar, all brilliant songs. And number 20, it turns 50 in 2024, and it is ABBA's Waterloo. So this brings us really back to the first question again, first 2 questions, and I would love to see an Abbey Road half-speed master of this on 2-disc 45 RPM coming out this year, along with the little singles box set and the picture discs. Okay, so that's the vinyl tag for 2024. Again, I'll leave a link to Rob's channel below. Have a go at this, it's always great fun. The only problem is the amount of records you have to put away after it is ridiculous, but anyway, that's me for now. All the best now, and a happy new year to everybody. See you soon. Bye bye.